I'm assuming every parent does, but I'm sure there's a few out there who could care less. When parents teach their kids to take responsibility for their decisions and actions, they help them develop into conscientious human beings and responsible citizens of the community. Without accountability, teenagers blame others and refuse to follow rules they find unfair and find ways to justify their behavior regardless of the impact on others.
So, if we all want accountable teenagers, why are there so many teens and young adults who seem to lack this valuable attribute? Instilling accountability is simply not an easy task. It is a long process that requires patience and diplomacy. Many times, it will appear that our hard work is not achieving any results, which can make some parents give up. But take heart. It is possible to raise accountable teenagers in our modern society, and if you don't give up, you will eventually see your teen develop into a responsible adult. The first step is holding your teen accountable. So how do you do that?
So before we get into how to hold teens accountable, let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how accountable do you think you are for your actions and the things you're responsible for?
I'd say for the most part I'm pretty close to 10.
Okay. Can you give me an example?
Let's see. I know I'm accountable for my schoolwork.
Right. And how reliable are you at doing your homework, for instance?
Pretty reliable. Unless I, for some reason, forget it, I'm more than likely able to complete my homework unless I have a problem with it, or like I said, I forget it.
So unless you're unreliable, then you're pretty reliable. That's pretty much what you're saying.
Like, mainly if I have problems with it, I'll at least try to, talk to the teachers, see if I can work something out. Otherwise, for the most part, I'm able to get most of my homework done for the most part.
Now, are there any areas that you think you could improve your accountability? And I ask not having any particular ones in mind either, so. Which means the valid answer could be no.
Nothing specific comes to mind right now.
Okay, well, maybe as we go through the show here, you might come up with a few things, and we might be able to help you out with some things, or because clearly if you're a 10 out of 10 on accountability, you're probably not going to benefit too much from what we have to cover in this podcast, but
yeah,
maybe by the end of the show we'll find something, or maybe this will just be for the enjoyment, entertainment, and education for those listening and watching.
Sure.
So how do you hold teens accountable? Tell us about that.
So here's some ways to hold our teens accountable. So older teens do much of their schoolwork, chores, and other various